Nice to be with you from this very historic site where back 67 years ago they put the modern financial system together, and then, Carmen, it all kind of fell apart about 2 or 3 years ago. You wrote a very influential book with Ken Rogoff called This Time It's Different, the history of these financial cycles. And basically, over-leveraged countries, debt crises, problems like this take a very long time to work out of. Where are we in that cycle? You and I talked about a year ago. You said we had a long way to go.
We still have a long way to go. The deleveraging process, which is something we still have ahead of us, is by no means close to complete. Households still have a great deal of debt. The real estate industry and the real estate sector is still in the doldrums. And the government has amassed and continues to amass a great deal of debt. All that put together still leaves us with quite a haul ahead. Recovery notwithstanding, what the decade following a financial crisis holds in terms of growth is subpar, is muddling through rather than a very robust environment.
But you've suggested that also means problems with employment, yet we've seen a very rapid drop in the unemployment rate. Has that surprised you?
No. Let's put things in perspective. The subprime crisis began in the summer of 2007. It peaked to a crescendo in the fall of 2008. We are in 2011. The peak unemployment, according to the work that Ken Rogoff and I did on the aftermath of financial crisis, occurs roughly 4 years or so after the onset of the financial crisis. So where we, I think, have been quite pleasantly surprised is that in our case, the increase in employment as high as it's been didn't quite hit the post-war average of 7 percentage points, which would have left us at at 11.
Well, we're here at a conference for new economic thinking. We've got Dodd-Frank. We have changes made in the Federal Reserve's management of things. What's left to be done? Have we done enough?
I don't. The answer is no. We have not done enough. Dodd-Frank legislation does not solve the too-big-to-fail problem, and we still, as I said, have a long way to go in solving the deleveraging problem of the household. We are not using mark-to-market, so if you look at mortgage loans outstanding, they're still there at book value, yet housing prices are off more than 35%. So we have a lot of ways in which we could help households deleverage, but that's still work to be done.
Well, if you could stand up in front of this conference and say, here's one thing that should be done, what would it be?
Well, I think sending signals that our budget house is in order. It doesn't mean
we're not getting that signal
exactly,
right now, are we?
Exactly. I think sending signals that that those CBO projections will show our debts and deficits remaining very much out of control. I think that would be confidence enhancing and would send the right message that some of the difficulties that Europe is encountering are not going to visit us here on this side of the Atlantic.
Carmen Reinhart, Director of the Center for International Economics at the University of Maryland, the author of This Time It's Different. I guess it isn't really always different, but it's always great to have her with us. Back to you in this studio.